Should I wait to order? Hello everyone, what a beautiful day is today. I have 1 month until I start my 6th year, and there's no holidays during 6th year. It's literally an internship, so we're just doing different rotations of different specialties, so you don't get any breaks. So now I'm just trying to learn the foundations of Bulgarian so I can actually be at a point where practicing doesn't seem so tedious and tiring and time consuming, because once I've understood the foundations, practicing just becomes like a daily regular thing that only requires 1 maybe 2 hours potentially of studying. I'm learning Bulgarian with the possibility that I might stay. It's not certain. I want to be at the position where I can easily say, yep, I'm going to stay here, or no, I'm not. And if I'm going to say, yep, I'm going to stay here, obviously I need to understand Bulgarian. And right now is the best time to do it. There's no other better time than now for me to start learning properly and actually putting in the time. Before, it wasn't a priority for me. I'll be honest, it wasn't a priority for me. I was literally scraping by med school with every semester. My university is an international university. You learn Bulgarian for the first 3 years, but after that, you don't get taught any more than what you know. And I was just scraping by classes, barely understanding. So after we stopped learning Bulgarian, of course, I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything from the beginning. So now it's just about actually learning it properly, which I am. I'm not someone who's linguistic. I don't come from a linguistic background. I've only ever spoke English. That's it. That's it. I don't even speak Yoruba. I'm from a Nigerian tribe, which is Yoruba. My parents did not speak Yoruba to me when I was little. They never spoke it to me. They only spoke English. It's like the main goal was to just produce pure British black children that don't even speak Yoruba. It's like that was their aim. They didn't speak it to me and my brothers at all. So maybe my parents wanted me to just be 100% British, and the only way that you would know I'm from a different country is because I'm black. That's literally it. But since I'm in Bulgaria, of course, I must learn the language. I must learn the language. There's no other better time to learn another language than right now for me, because I'm in a different country. So of course, so that's one. I'm trying as much as I can. And of course, learning a language is rewarding, and it's one of the top 5 things you can do to increase your brain's cognition. It's one of the best things you can do, along with chess and reading and other things. We live in a world where there's no pausing. We're constantly being exposed to things for dopamine, constantly, constantly, constantly. And I think learning a language requires that patience and that slowing down and that intelligence to actually learn it. I think people who speak different languages are highly intelligent people, because this is difficult, very, very difficult to do. But I see a light within the cracks, the dark wall of trying to speak Bulgarian. I see there's some cracks and there's some light shining. I think that it is doable, but I just need to keep going. I need to keep going, and not think about how difficult it is. Literally, I just need to relentlessly keep going at it. I'm not even in the UK right now. I didn't go on holiday back home. And I haven't seen my family since, I don't know, summer. But I chose not to go back home because of my life here. The fact that I'm literally working, I have clients that I'm handling, I'm trying to learn the language, I need to be in the environment. Everything I do is here. I do content here. My whole setup is here. So even if this is my last holiday, I'm not gonna go back home. That's just because of the priorities that I have, unfortunately. I love my family. I love my family a lot. But my priorities right now is staying here. Do you know what I'm feeling? I'm feeling some dinya. That's watermelon, by the way. I've been really craving Sirena and Dinya recently. I thought it was a weird combo at first. Once I had it, it's so refreshing. It's actually really refreshing. And I'm feeling it right now. I've been feeling it recently. I tried to get watermelon from Lidl once. And of course, it's not in season. I don't know where they got the watermelon from. It wasn't in season and it wasn't good. And I couldn't have it in my Sirena. And the Sirena that I have is actually from a farm. So it's very good quality. And the watermelon, when I cut it, it was gone. It was gone, expired. And I was really angry. That was gonna make my day. Something as simple as that literally makes my day. Dinya and Sirene. I would say the most rewarding thing about learning a language, though, is the fact that you get to communicate with people you normally couldn't before. For instance, the pub I go to, LVD, the one that you see me at the most, there's a waiter there called Rania, also the owner Lucho, and before I couldn't speak to them so much. But the other day I literally had a full conversation with Rania. She was helping me as I was speaking, but we somewhat had a conversation. And before I couldn't do that. And I know there's also more people that would like to speak to me, but because I don't speak Bulgarian, they can't. So that also motivates me to learn even more. Recently, I've just been spamming kiwis because that's really the main fruit that I eat. But man, I'm feeling a dinya, man. Those summer dinyas, they hit different. They hit different. This summer, I'll definitely be on a quest to find the best dinya in Bulgaria. The best. And most likely, that's going to be in some village in Bulgaria. Most likely. In that quest to find the best dinya, I might also find a beautiful village girl. That's why I also need to speak Bulgarian. Imagine on a beautiful summer's day, I find the best dinya. But not only do I find the best dinya, I see a beautiful Bulgarian girl. Beautiful. No good could I see. How can I speak to if I don't know Bulgarian? What am I gonna say to you? What? Strave. I'll say Gvorishli Angliski, because how can I express myself in Bulgarian fully? But hopefully by then I know more Bulgarian. But if I say that, what's she gonna say? She's gonna look at me like I'm silly. She's gonna say ne Gvori Angliski, ti Gvorishli Bulgarski. And I'm gonna be like, Uchaoste Marco Gvori Bulgarski, no ne dostatashna. But then I'll throw her completely off guard. I'll throw her completely off guard. I'll tell her, no Mizla chair is glazdash, monogorobra. And she'll be like, pardon me, pardon, excuse me, is Vinetta. But don't get it twisted though. She might or might not be impressed by this, but definitely for sure, being the Bulgarian girl that she is, she might say something like, da, is glazda monogorobra, no ne dostatočno, treba da govorиш bulgarski. And then I'll say, I mean, what can I say to that? Fez. I'll just say, da, parabasi. And then again, her being the Bulgarian girl that she is, she'll say, da, razbera se, chesom, paraba. And what can I say after that? But yeah, I do need to know Bulgarian though. I'm trying, man. Every day I'm trying. I'm just trying to do as much as I can. Right now, it's literally just business and Bulgarian. I've got a lot of homework that I'm gonna do right now. A lot of homework actually. I think this girl gave me too much homework, but I'm still gonna do it. One thing that I've learned though is when you're doing homework, do more than what you're given. Always do more. I actually learned this from my clients because I noticed that the best performing clients that I have always do more than what I say. And I like to learn from everything and everything. So I try and think, how can I do a bit more than just the homework? So the words and the verbs that I learn, I try and learn sentences, and then I think about, medical phrases that I can also say from the sentences. But honestly, even though it's very difficult, there's a lot. I like what's happening right now in my life. Literally, just wake up, study Bulgarian, work. That's it. Repeat. Gym maybe. Maybe I'll go gym today. We'll see. But it's a good life. I don't have to worry about studying or anything. So I don't mind. Wow. Remember I was saying that I need to do my homework. Look at the text I just received. I can't wait to check your homework. Whatever mistakes you have, you're going to rewrite it 3 times and repeat it aloud. Then with a peace emoji. Her reasoning is right. She said that because you have to relearn it right. If you don't, you may remember it as a mistake, which is fair. I'm using a lot of videos on YouTube and I'm talking with ChatGPT and I'm asking it a lot of questions. And I'm asking it to tell me how things are said in local Bulgarian, not like the textbook way of speaking. Anyway, let's give this text a read. You guys can read along me, past me, and also just correct me in the comments just to help me out if you want. Okay. Sylvia Bogaka tia studentka Sofia. Za zakuska mnogo obliča banica s sirene čaj smed I sandwich s Cascabel i domat. Neobicha salam i maslo. Peter eot sasht. To je Amerikanec, učitel eno angliski jezik. Zazakuskal biča melako s kafe. Muesli i plodove ne običa sirane. Helen od London, tia Angličanka, Zazakuska običa jajca i sok od Portugal. Romina Italianka, tia od Milano, Zazakuska običa kafe, bezaha i palacinka s med ili ciocolad ne običa priasno milako. Pia fransosen, tio, what am I saying? Toje od Paris. Za sukuska običa cappuccino i croissant sumanako. Inez Ispanka od Valencia. Za sukuska običa Prepečena. Don't know what that is. Prepečena. Yeah, don't know what that is. Filika. Sus slatko od jagodi i kafe sus mnogo zaha. Neobiča cappuccino. That is me using about 200% of my brain capacity. Okay, let's answer these questions. True or false? Sylvia Studenka. True. Oh, it's already answered. True or false? Sylvia običa salam I milako. From what I read, she does like it, no? Ne običa salam I milako. Okay, she doesn't like it. Preta Automatica. From what I remember, yes. Preta običa sirane. Ne običa sirane. So if I was saying he doesn't like it, I would say Toy ne običa sirane. Helen od Anglia. Da. She's from London. Helen od London. That's wrong. Romina od Italia. Yes. Or was it Ispanka? Italianka. Okay. Romina običa priasno milako. From what I read, she doesn't. Ne običa priasno milako. Okay, she doesn't. So if I was to say she doesn't like it, this is how I like to practice. I don't just answer questions. I like to make questions of the answers. So I want to say she doesn't like, what was it? Priasno milako. I will say tia ne običa priasno milako. Just like that. Pia od Paris. He is from Paris. Da. So if I want to say he's from Paris, I'll say Toye od Paris. Paris. Very simple. Toye od Paris. Now we have Ines od Madrid. No, I'm pretty sure it's somewhere else. I did not read Madrid anywhere. Where's Ines? Valencia. Now for Ines, if I want to ask about her, is she from Madrid? I just simply say Tia od Madrid Lia. So the Lia at the end makes it a question. Very simple framing, which is good. And now I have to learn this in Evro. So it's very simple. I just say the numbers in Evro and then to censor. Don't know if I'm saying that right. Censor. Just censor. And that's it. There's also many food. I've had pretty much all of these. Yeah, I've had all of this. We got more things over here. We have omelette. We have Pajani katofi, which is just fried chips. It's interesting, because Bulgarians pretty much just say katofi for everything. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's something I've observed. Bulgarians do not change the meaning of katofi. Whatever it is, chips, potatoes, fried, whatever it is always katofi. And then maybe depending on how it's made, the word before changes, but the actual dish is always katofi, which is interesting. There's dessert as well. There's sladoled. Then we have vino. Turbeno vino, I like. Helesban turbeno vino. Nepia bitter. I've literally never drunk beer in my life. I don't like it. Ne Helesban bitter. Nepia bitter. Zastoto bitter. Ne bekusno. Ne bekusno. I'm just gonna do this and then go gym. That's gonna be the plan. It's the only elevator that I've been in the whole of Bulgaria that plays music. I've been to quite a few places, and this is the only one, my own elevator, that plays music. Anyway, either. You can apply this to life. If there's something you really want to do and you think it's hard, if you think about how hard it is, most likely you're not going to do it, are you? So just don't think about how hard it is. In fact, don't even think about it at all. Just do it. Really, oh, really and truly, there are things that are hard, but at the end of the day, many people have done it. So if many people have done it, what's stopping you from doing it? That's the way I like to think about it, no matter how hard it is. And of course, just don't think about how hard it is. And that's very difficult. As humans, we find it so much easier to think about negative things than thinking about, things which are actually realistic. Anything is possible for anyone, but we always like to think about what's not possible. And we think what is possible isn't possible. But that's not the case. Anyway, I need to go to the bank and get some money. I need to get some sweets and some water as well. Also, by the way, there's many pizza vending machines in Pleven. I think there's like 3 or 4. Very normal thing here in Pleven. I don't know about Bulgaria, but it's a very normal thing in Pleven to just have a pizza vending machine. You only see that here, by the way. So we're gonna start off with push downs, but single arm, because basically I'm not allowed to use my gym pin in this gym. So I have to use it with one arm. At least I can still brace on the seat without using my seat belt. This is too easy. Let's up it by one. That's 48 kg with one arm, not bad. The aim is within a couple of months, try and up it by 10 kg or 5 kg. I think that's good progress. The more you go to the gym, the stronger you get in the gym, the less you enjoy it. And it's for this reason. I've got a band on the machine. I've got this because it hurts when you use too much weight. The band is to make it harder, because if I use one leg, I'll full stack it, and then I'll need to add weight. and the owner doesn't like it when you add weight with the gym pin. So you have to make the exercise as hard as possible. Yeah, I should up the weight, but I have to keep going. If I did one more rep than 12, yeah, that's 12. If I did any more than 12, I probably would have collapsed. Guys probably thinking this guy's so dramatic. Maybe I am. This is a lot of weight that I'm using right now. This is my first gym session in a long time, so I don't know if I can do this weight right now, but it doesn't matter. This is my favorite machine to use out of all the machines. So I want to actually try and give this a go. That was a good gym session. Just to get me consistent again. By the way, the Bulgarian told me that up there is the ghetto. Basically, the gym I go to is outside like the main area of Pleven. It's called Stogozia, and supposedly it's the ghetto area of Pleven. But it doesn't make sense. Why would you put the best gym in Pleven in the supposed ghetto area? Very ironic. The weather ain't so bad. It's not terribly cold. Bit windy, a bit gloomy. That's about it. I'm gonna go home now. Actually, I need to grab some water and some eggs, some вода и яйца. And I'll carry on studying. Today's Sunday. That's when I do my client calls. I've already done some in the morning. I need to do some more tonight. Because basically, it's funny because in the evening, I do all my calls for America. And then during the day, I do all my calls for Europe. But I like having American clients more because I get to work during the night. I don't like working during the day, you know? And if I ever forget to check on a client or to check what they're eating, etc., it's not so bad if they're from America, because by the time I remember, it's nighttime. And nighttime for us is daytime for them. So that's why I like working with American clients. You know, I find it very interesting that a lot of the buildings are colored. If you can just see this pink one over here, I'll just zoom in. Can you see? It's like pastel pink, and then there's like pastel purple, pastel orange. Obviously, there's a reason for that, as there is for everything. My guess is that, I don't know, maybe something symbolic. Obviously, times were different back then, so maybe they colored it just to show that they're free, the Bulgarians. That's a pretty expressive way to show freedom. That's what I think there is. There's a reason for every single thing, really. You know, a lot of people don't understand why I like Bulgaria so much. And I get it. Honestly, I get it. I get it. And to understand why I like Bulgaria, you have to understand at least a little teeny little bit about me. That's all. And you'll understand why I like Bulgaria. I think there are quite a few people I know that have been following me for a long time who definitely understand why I like Bulgaria, because they've seen practically the whole journey throughout. I think that countries that you like say a lot about you, and countries which you choose to reside in also says a lot about you. And the reason why I like living in Bulgaria so much is because it matches my personality. I'm not overly flamboyant, dazzling, vibrant, outgoing person. And in the same way, Bulgaria isn't dazzling. I wouldn't say it's overly dazzling. It's not vibrant and flamboyant like other countries, and that's okay. But if you are to see the beauty in Bulgaria, you'll see it. You'll definitely see it. It's not going to be in your face and out there, but it's just subtle things that you notice. I'll give you an example. Like comparing this to, let's say, I don't know, Tokyo, Dubai, places in Italy, is not comparative to that. It's not overly dazzling. You don't step into Bulgaria and you're like, oh, wow. You know, maybe if you go to some places in the mountains or you go to the coast, but at least I haven't. But that doesn't matter. That's not the reason why I like Bulgaria. It's the subtle things. It's the ambience. It's the fact that you're surrounded by so much culture. And Bulgarians have very interesting culture. It's not like a culture you see and you're like, oh, okay. It's like, oh, wow, you guys do this? Oh, you guys made this? Oh, that's the history behind this. Oh, interesting. Is that kind of culture? And for me, like I said, I'm not overly dazzling person. I'm fairly positive, I would say. I wasn't that kind of person before. I was quite pessimistic, actually. I was quite the pessimistic misanthropist, actually. But no, right now I'm quite a optimistic person, fairly optimistic, but I'm kind of, can you say stoic? I wouldn't really say stoic. I'm just mellow. I'm just chill. And Bulgaria is like that. It's not in your face. Bulgaria is the type of place that you come back to after a longer stay. That's the best way to describe it. If I was to have a night out, I'm not staying where I had a night out. So, for instance, I can visit peaceful countries, but it just won't be that peace that Bulgaria provides me. That's all. And that's why I like Bulgaria. Doesn't matter, if the roads aren't amazing. Doesn't matter if there isn't luxurious places everywhere you turn your head. Doesn't matter if there isn't any flashing neon lights or I don't know what people like. It's good because it's not that. That's what I'm trying to say. And for me, that's why I'm not a materialistic person, although I do like luxurious things, but I like luxury within comfort. That's what I like. For instance, I don't know, I'd rather pay more for, I don't know, certain things just because it's comfort that you're getting. It's the service. That's what I like. I'm someone who really likes that. So it's not like I don't enjoy other places because it's luxurious. I like luxury. There's just different types of luxury for different people. Like for me, once I have the money, I mean, there's some cars I've always loved to get, and I will get it, no matter the cost. Pagani Zonda F is one of them. It's about 10 million right now. Pagani Zonda Huayra, either one of them would be good. A Zonda F would be better. Also, a Porsche 911 GT3 RS, well, 911 Turbo S would be more preferable for a daily drive. And also Aston Martin, because that suits my personality. Again, it all goes back to suiting your personality. But I digress. I like luxurious things, but that doesn't mean that it's something that I chase after. That's the thing. And I think with Bulgaria, like I said, you have to pick countries which match your personality. I think that's fair to say. A lot of countries that people like is because it matches their personality. For some people, it might be New York City, an apartment in Manhattan. They might see that as like the pinnacle. And I can imagine that to be very beautiful. But for me, I don't think it'll suit my personality. Or for instance, some people really love to go to Dubai and they'll really love to, enjoy the amount of luxuries Dubai provides. But to me, that's like surface level luxury. That's like spending money for the sake of it. For me, that's not luxury. Do you know what would honestly make me happy? Something I think about a lot. One of my dreams, my main dreams, is literally to lie down somewhere in Switzerland, Norway, Canada. Lie down, all wrapped up in a nice jacket that keeps me warm, and literally just stare at the stars and hopefully see the northern lights. It would be better if I could see the northern lights, but if I can't, that'll be fine. Actually, no, I have to see the northern lights. The northern lights and stars, just looking like that. You know why? Because I've never really been sad looking at the stars. That's literally my dream, just to sit there and think and then just gaze upon the stars, you know. To some people, that might be cringy or I don't know what people will call anything these days. But I would love that because it's a peaceful thing, you know, just doing that. And for me, if I'm doing that, knowing my family is good, knowing I have a good yard, at least a 911 or Aston Martin Vanquish or Vantage or Super Leggera. Anyway, life life would be good for me, you know, but that requires work, and no one is rewarded for being lazy. So less dreaming and more doing, you know. Also need to start doing more content and focusing more on actually scaling my business as well. But I'm so happy I started content because the amount of doors that's opened is crazy. It's crazy. It's because I started content, I'm able to actually capitalize and monetize my account. I literally haven't worked since I started my health and fitness business. I haven't worked since. Because of med school, you're studying a lot, you're in uni a lot. It's hard to work during holidays. I had to pick up jobs like warehouse jobs. These are jobs I've always picked up because they're quick. Not everyone wants to do them, and the turnover for staff is a lot. So people always coming and going because it's hard. It's very difficult. I would always do jobs like that, mainly because it's easy to get in, and also you don't need to speak to people even though people end up speaking to me a lot. But at least there's no pressure to smile and wave at people all the time. So I always pick up these jobs, no matter how hard they are, because they're very difficult. Very, very difficult. Mentally taxing and physically taxing as well. Because for hours you're doing the same thing. And like I said, it's not pleasant jobs. I had a job where I was literally cleaning under like a machine that sorts out metal. So under it was very dusty. And I was told to clean it because the inspectors were coming. Don't know why they didn't clean it before. But yeah, these are the sorts of jobs I was doing. I've worked on a farm before. I've worked in Amazon. Best job of my life though. But I've worked in other jobs where I was cleaning minced meat from like industrial sized cookers. That job was terrible. I did a kitchen porter as well, cleaning pots and stuff. And ever since I started my health and fitness business, I've never had to do that since. In 1 year, I'm gonna be a doctor. Imagine a doctor doing that, you know. But this is all because I started content. It's all because I started content. This is why I would advise anybody to start content. It doesn't matter about the haters. I always tell people I want to do content. If nobody cares, why should you? One of my favorite things to do after a long, tiring gym session is to replenish my glycogen stores. And to do that, I'm having Nesledki, da. Some marmalade or Tsukoski Yagodi. Yagodi is strawberry. This is strawberry flavor. Not my favorite flavor out of these, but definitely one of the best treats that you can have. My actual favorite is the marmalade odds smokini. Amazing fig. That's my favorite. But Billa was selling this XXL, not XL, XXL. So of course I had to grab it. Amazing. It's like, can I call this crack? Something like that. You know, you have one, you have another. Another vacation. I have to calm down though, because I'm trying to maintain leanness and get even leaner. One more. It's good for me. No, that's it. That's it. Unfortunately, that's it. I told you, it's literally a treat now. It's a treat. So only two. That's all. My gosh, these are good though. These are very, very good. I saw someone in my comments before compare this to shortbread. Nothing like shortbread. Nothing like shortbread. So, my peoples, it's 1:30 a.m. I'm just finishing some Bulgarian. I like to finish off with speaking, so I'll do that. Yeah, I'm not quite finished yet. But let's go through a typical Bulgarian menu. I've had practically everything on this list. So this is just menu, very simple menu. And then this is soupy, so just soups. P for plural, so just soups. The first soup, oh, amazing. One of my favorite soups under shikembe chorba. This is beleshka soup, which is just chicken soup. Absolutely amazing. I don't know how Bulgarians make the chicken soup, but wow. The chicken soup that I have at the pub next to my place, absolutely amazing. Now the next soup, which is literally just vegetable soup, it's just zelen chukova super. So that's just vegetable soup. Zelen is like vegetables, like greens, I guess. Tarator. Tarator. Oh, wait, what am I talking about? Ooh, Pileshka Super or Tarator. Oh, this is tough. I'm going to have to go with Pileshka Super, you know. I completely forgot about Tarator. Because I mainly have Tarator in the summer. I don't really have it in the winter. Now you have the salad, salati. So if you've ever been to Bulgaria, you probably had shopska salata, which is like the typical Bulgarian salad, the classic. You can't go wrong with it. One of the best salads in the world. Actually ranked as one of the best salads in the world. Typically, Bulgarians like to have with rakia. I do not want to drink every time I eat, so I do not. Okay, I think this view is better now. I'll just put the menu to the side of the screen so you can read along with me. So you have pashola. Pashola is like pork chops. Yeah, classic this is. Classic. Then you have kufte. I don't know if I'm saying it right though because it has the same letter as menu. So maybe it's like kufte. Kufte. Not like not like kufte. It's like menu. So kufte. Amazing though, by the way. Amazing. I like to have like kufte with oris, rice. Very nice. Next we have kebabche. Everyone knows kebabche. Another classic. That's like the equivalent of sopska salata. If you come to Bulgaria, you have to have banitsa, sopska salata, and kebabche. Those are like the top three that you need to have if you come to Bulgaria, even if it's for a day. So yeah, kebabche, classic. I like it. That's why I had a lot during the first couple of years of med school. It's so cheap. I don't know about now, but back then, it's so cheap. I'll just go to the canteen, get like six, it'll fill me up, and I just keep studying and studying. And I was also trying to gain weight as well back then. But even before that, it's a very good meal to have, you know, when you're busy. Kebabche, man. So many memories. Now, Osnovi Yastia is like, what? Main course, main meals. Yastia, yam is to eat. So it's like main meals, like main things to eat. Moussaka is like, what? Potatoes. I had it the other day for the first time actually. Moussaka is nice, but I won't put it as my top Bulgarian dish. It may reach my top 10. I don't even think it'll reach my top 10. That's how many dishes there is. I never knew there were so many dishes. Then we have Piles Kartoffel. Oh my days. This dish right here. I love it. is one of my favorite dishes, I would say. One of my favorite. This is one of the meals that I have quite frequently at the pub I go to. Very, very nice. Then we have salmi. Salmi. It's just like, there's two types. There's vines wrapped up with rice and meat, and then there's like cabbage wrapped up with rice and meat. I've only had the cabbage one. Apparently the vine one is really, really nice. I doubt it's 100 times, 10 times better than the cabbage one. I would expect it to still be nice though, of course. Next we have desserty, creme caramel. See, the thing about creme caramel, it's one of them desserts you either like or you don't. And for me, it's not for me. I don't like it too much. I'll have it with my meals sometimes. I don't like it too much. It tastes very eggy. It's basically like eggy dish, kind of, with caramel. So yeah, that's why I don't really like it. I don't really like to taste like egginess with desserts. Have you ever had a cake that tastes too eggy? It's basically like that. That's the best way to describe it. So yeah, not really my cup of tea, but I may have it every now and then. Padova salata is just fruit salad. Then you have your tobili napiski. So that's like warm drinks. Pia is the drink. Tobili is warm. So yeah, warm drinks. So you have cafe, you have chai, you have cappuccino, you have miyako, so cacao, which is like chocolate milk, hot chocolate, I guess. Then you have studeni napiski. That's just cold drinks. Cold studeno means cold. I haven't had in a while, you know. Normally I have that drink in the summer. In the summer, you need to have Iran. I don't really drink Iran in the winter, just because I don't feel the need to have it. You know, I'm mainly drinking coffee all the time. I don't think, oh, I'm feeling Iran. But in the summer, boy, you need Iran. I'm having Iran practically most days because it has salt in it, so it's good to replenish electrolytes. It has some milk, it has water, so it's a good thing to just have because it's refreshing. So yeah. Now finally we have alcoholi napitski. Now this is interesting because this is a book to learn Bulgarian, right? This is a book to learn Bulgarian. Tell me why the Bulgarian menu only has alcohol at the bottom. Where's the non-alcoholic? It's like they're teaching you the culture from early. They're telling you Bulgaria does not do non-alcoholic drinks. Interesting. It's like there's no escaping drinking. They're already conditioning you to drink. I'm learning Bulgarian. It's telling me that the last option you have for drinks is just alcohol. No, no alcoholics, just alcohol. You have the cold drinks, warm drinks, alcohol. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Anyway, you have beer, you have, what's this? Bielo vino, and then Cerveno vino is red wine. And then rakia. Rakia, the classic. How many stories do you have with rakia? My days. First couple of years of med school, man, I was drinking quite a bit of rakia. But I'm a whiskey guy, you know. So I was drinking whiskey and rakia sometimes. Not a good mix at all. Rakia is another thing you have to have in Bulgaria. At least once. It's alcohol, so you don't need to have it many times, but at least once you have to try it, just because of how iconic it is. When I first came to Bulgaria, I didn't know what rakia was. I was thinking, what's this drink that everyone keeps talking about? Rakia, 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 rakia. It's like a religion. It's literally like a religion. Like the first thing it asks is, oh, have you had rakia? Have you had shopska salata? You know, with rakia, there's quite a bit of flavors as well. We have to try it at least once, and also with shopska salata. So yeah, that's the little combo you need to have. So banitsa, rakia, and shopska salata, and then what? Kebabche. Anyway, guys, I'm just gonna finish this off. Finish off with some speaking, and then head to bed. That's my plan. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it as always. Love, peace, Ida, ciao.